Yeah.
Well, nice to meet you, Beerud.
Okay, good to meet you.
It's a pleasure. And first of all, I would like to ask you, well, not ask you to, please tell us about Gupshup.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, and what's the main business of Gupshup?
Sure. So firstly, the word Gupshup, it means chit-chat, like charla in Spanish, right? Is that
Charla.
Charla.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So, and just like the name implies, we help businesses have conversation with customers, right? Through WhatsApp, through SMS, and through those conversations, businesses can do, marketing and sales and customer support. All of that can be through conversations, right? And for the consumer, it's so much easier because now they can chat with the business just like chatting with a friend or family member, right? So it's very easy if you're, you want some deals, you want offers, you want to buy something, make payment. If your flight is delayed, you can make cancellation, make hotel booking, order taxi. Everything can be just done through conversation. Okay, and so that's what we do. We help businesses build these kind of experiences, right? And we think it's very important because in the US, every business, every brand, they have websites. Okay, but because when internet happened in the US in mid-90s, it was all desktop and laptop, right? But when you come to Mexico or Brazil or India or other countries like that, everybody use mobile phone, right? People are not so much on desktop and laptop. So on the smartphone, everybody also uses WhatsApp or messaging apps, right? So all the consumers are on the messaging apps, and therefore when businesses want to interact with, do digital business, e-commerce, it makes sense to do it through messaging. So that's what we help businesses do that.
And how is going to impact the CX, all this messaging and conversational?
Yeah, so that's exactly like I was saying, right? The customer experience is so much more convenient, right? Because customers can, they already use WhatsApp. Everybody uses WhatsApp all the time during the day. So, and they use it mostly to chat with friends and family, but now they can also chat with businesses. And, instead of calling them and waiting on hold or having to visit a branch, or go to or use a website, it's just easy to do it in WhatsApp, right? So the customer experience becomes so much more convenient. It's also more natural and intuitive, right? Because instead of clicking buttons and screens, here you can just ask, because that's how humans communicate, right? You have a question, you go to the store, you ask the shopkeeper or the hotel manager, any question. It's the same thing. Now you can just ask the business a question, right? The only difference is behind the scenes, it's all done by software rather than a human. So that's the customer experience is so much more delightful, natural, intuitive, convenient, much easier.
And how Chat GPT is going to affect all this environment?
Exactly, great question, right? I think because it's all about conversations, Chat GPT and other models like that, these are large language models, right? They are all about language. They understand language, and therefore they can make the conversation so much more natural, right? So the user can now, so in the early versions of conversational messaging, in the beginning it was more structured, like the users had to pick option 1, 2, or 3, and it was more structured interactions. But now with these large language models and GPT-3, the user can ask query in any language in a very natural way, just like you're asking a friend, and the software can understand it, right? So the experience becomes much better. In fact, this is exactly why we launched something called Autobot Builder. It is a tool for businesses to build intelligent chatbots using GPT-3 and Chat GPT APIs. So the same powerful language capabilities, right? So, and the reason why we do that is when you think about Chat GPT, if you ask a general question about philosophy, it answers it, right? But if you ask it, how do I open a credit card account at Citibank? Okay, it cannot give you an accurate answer because it makes it up. It's a generative language model, right? But it doesn't have all the facts. So what we do is we take the Chat GPT model, and then we add all the specialized information about Citibank, let's say, right? So we add the specific content about Citibank, and then we make sure it gives accurate information. So now it has both the language capabilities of ChatGPT, but it also has accurate information from Citibank, and that's so we launched that tool to help businesses use these new language models to make these chatbots even more powerful.
And what's the solution or the tool that you are becoming in the Mexican market? What are you promoting?
So, okay, basically it is a conversational engagement platform. Okay, it means using conversations, like I said, to engage customers, and it's a platform. Platform. So it's hosted in the cloud. Okay, it has maybe 3 layers, right? The base layer is APIs to connect with WhatsApp, to connect with SMS, to connect with Instagram, to connect with different messaging apps. Okay, and then on top of it, there's a lot of software for intelligence, for AI, for all the workflows, right? So there are many different tools we have in there so that a business can automate, right? When millions of users send queries, this intelligent software will figure out what's the right response to give it back to them, right? So it has, you can set up workflows, you can use ChatGPT and AI, you can set up marketing campaigns, you can set up user profiles, you can set up the catalog for shopping, payment integration, and then customer support for humans. So many different tools in there, and that's the platform that we offer. It's a conversational engagement platform.
And what are the plans that you have for Mexico?
Oh, I think we're very ambitious plans. We're looking to scale up. See, Gupshup is the #1 partner for WhatsApp worldwide, right? We have 50,000 customers using Gupshup platform for very, very high volume of messages. And we would also like to bring that, the world's best conversational platform, offer it to Mexican businesses. And we're looking to scale up, right? So we want to work with large enterprises, right? Provide them these capabilities directly, but also for mid-market and small businesses, right? So the local taco stand or any restaurant or any grocery store or pharmacia, all of them can use WhatsApp to sell, their services. It makes it much easier, right? So these businesses are not going to set up a website. They don't have mobile apps, but they can have a storefront inside WhatsApp, right? So it's the goal is to really offer literally every business in Mexico, help them build these conversational experiences. And like I said, we're going to do it, with some customers, of course, we will work directly, but we will also have a lot of partners. And through those partners, we will reach thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of businesses and so on. So I think we want to really, scale up, offer these capabilities, and then also learn, right? We have a team here in Mexico, so we want to, every market has different requirements. For example, the payment system is different, or the language, of course, may or may not be different, but the way people use these things are different. So you want to learn, understand, maybe modify the product a little bit, and then offer it to all the businesses out there.
Right. Well, thank you very much for this time and interview.
No, thank you very much for your questions, and really enjoyed the discussion.
Thank you.